Okay, so we are going to be looking at the 2025 category. And in this category, there's actually only four hands. We have three of them exposed and one closed. Two of them are at a 25 value, and one exposed is at 30, and the closed hand is at 30. So let's take a look at those tiles. So these are the only tiles that you can use in the 2025 category. This is a very fixed category. So we have jokers, we have flowers, we have twos in the two bam, two crack, two dot. We have fives in the five bam, five crack, five dot, and then we use all three dragons, or you can use all three dragons. And don't forget that these soaps also can be used as zero, such as in the single block tile of 2025. So again, this is a very fixed category, and these are the only tiles that you can use in this category. Okay, so let's take a look at our first hand here. So we have a Kong of flowers. We have our 2025. These are single tiles. We have a pung and a pung. These have to be like numbers. And here's the directions. Any three suits, like pungs, twos or fives, in opposite suits. So these like pungs have to be different suits. And there has to be three suits represented. So remember, flowers are not connected with a suit at all. So we have our three suits here as demonstrated in the three colors, the green, the red, and the blue. So the two pungs have to be in different suits. And let's take a look and see what they look like in the tiles. So this is what the first hand looks like in the tiles. I have two different kind of representations. So we have our Kong of flowers, and this is the Kong of flowers. Again, you can use all four jokers. If you have all four jokers for the Kong of flowers, we have our 2025, and then we have our pung and our pung. So these pungs have to be like numbers. This one I did 5 and 5, but they have to be opposite suits. So I chose the dots and the cracks down here. And then I chose the dots and the bams up here for the twos. Now I put these little jokers here, indicating that you can use jokers for any of the face tiles here. You can use jokers for any of the face tiles here, and you can use jokers for any of the face tiles here. You cannot use any jokers in the 2025 because these are both considered, both these hands are 2025 is, they are single tiles. Okay, so we're looking at the second hand here, and we have a pung of twos, a kong of zeros, a pung of twos, and a kong of fives, any two suits. Now we also have to take a look at the colors and where the suits go. So these twos and fives have to be one suit. And then the two here, the first pung of twos has to be another suit, any two suits. And this is a zero, so that wouldn't be, that would not be a suit. So you have 2, 0, 2, 5. And this is exposed, and it's worth 25 points. And this is what the hand looks like in tiles. So you can use jokers in every single block here. So you have your pungs of twos, pung. You have your kongs of white dragons, or your kong of zeros. You have a pung of two and a pung or kong of fives. So it's pung, kong, pung, kong. And jokers can be used in all of these. So these two, the pung of twos and the kong of fives have to be the same suit. And then this is your second suit. So it's any two suits with your kong of zeros. So let's look at our third hand down here. We have singles, 2025s, a pung of twos, a pung of fives, and then we have a kong of dragons, any three suits. So this is where the dragons will step in and represent the third suit. So we have this one suit, and then the pung of twos and the pung of fives are the same suit, and then the dragons chosen has to be corresponding to that third suit. And this is worth 30 points, and this is an exposed hand. And this is what it looks like in the tiles. So we have our 2025. I chose to do this in the dots, singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 singles. We have our pung of 2 cracks. You can use jokers in any of these or all of these, one or all. We have our pung of 5 cracks. Again, you can use jokers in one or all. And we have our Kong of dragons. So since I have the dots and the cracks, then I need to choose the corresponding dragon to Bam's, which is the green dragon here. And again, jokers can be used here, here, and here, not in there. So we have our 4 singles, pung, pung, Kong. And that's what this hand looks like. Okay, so we're looking at the very last line here. And it's a closed hand worth 30 points. We have a pair of flowers, a pung of 2s, a pung of 0s, a pung of 2s again, and a pung of 5s. Any 3 suits. So 2, 0, 2, 5. And this is one suit. This is another suit. And then the 5s would be a third suit. And these are 0s. And let me show you what that looks like with the tiles. So this is how the tiles are laid out. We have our pair of flowers, pung of 2s, our pung of 0s, pung of 2s, and our pung of 5s. 2, 0, 2, 5, and we have 3 suits, dot, crack, and bam. And again, we can use jokers here, jokers here, jokers here, joker here. And our blocks are pair, pung, 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 pung. So this is our last hand with the 3 suits. And it's a closed hand, so you cannot call for a discard and create an exposure. I thought it would be fun to look at some year hands in the older cards. This is a 1958 card. And this is what their year hand looked like. This is what their category looked like. They actually put it with odds. So I believe, I don't know how soon they started the year hand. I didn't see any in 1948. So it could be like maybe 56, 57. But looks like they put it with odds. So we have 1957. Yeah, so they just have one line here, really. 13579 with 1957. And they also would let the player know how many flowers were in a hand on the side here. So that was kind of nice. The 1959, 1960s card. Let's see what the hand looks like here. This is interesting because I don't see a year hand. So they start here with the winds and dragons. And I noticed that they put R to that you can only use the red dragon, the white dragon, and the green dragon. So they're very specific there, which would be nice if they continued to do that. And then we have our consecutive run hand. And then we move over to our 13579, 2468, 369 hand. And then we have any combination hand, any like numbers, unlimited flowers hands. So flowers were actually like wild cards back in the day. But these are very, very different. Yeah, so how many? 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 and 7. So there were 7 dragons. Wow. I guess that would make sense if you only have 2. If you're using only 2 tiles, it would have to equal 14. So all flower hand. Wow. Okay. So we certainly don't see that. And here we have our 1959 hand. Let's see what it looks like inside, or card, I mean. That's interesting. It says 1959 on the outside, but they have 1958 hands. So then they put their consecutive runs with the flowers. And then they have their odd hands. Let's take a look at this 1965 card. So it looks like they're actually starting to do a little more. 1965, there's 3 rows there. And they go into consecutive. There's 1978, 79. So we have a few more hands here. It looks like we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what the 80, 81 hand looks like. So 80, we're starting to get more. They're starting to use that a little more. We have 1, 2, 3 hands in the 80s. 1980. Now this one is their 50th year card. 87, 88. Let's see what that looks like. All right, so this is what it looks like. 87, 88. A little more. Looks like it's starting to get a little more to what we're used to today. Then they have their 2, 4, 6, 8 with math, any like numbers. Oh, they just have 1. Multiplications, quints, consecutive runs. Yeah, so now we're starting to get more. Even though they still, on the side here, they're still showing how many flowers are in a hand. We're starting to look a little more what we're used to today. News and Dragons, 3, 6, 9. And then the no joker hands. Let's take a look at one last one. This is for the year 2000. Looks like it's becoming a little more minimal. Yeah. So these are the cards that I started using when I first started playing. I first started playing in the late 90s, early 2000s. And yeah, so that's what these look like. Here's our last one, 2020. Let's see what that looks like. So a lot of 2s and 0s. 2, 4, 6, 8. Any like numbers. Quints. 5, 7, 9. That's our singles and pairs. Well, thank you again for watching until the end. And I will be doing the 2, 4, 6, 8, the even category next. I so appreciate you guys. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video.